Hello, baseball fans. Welcome back to Innings Insights. I'm Brayden Hyena, and joining me, as always, is my failed athlete of a cousin turned podcaster co-host Chris Blanco. Today, we've got a jam-packed episode for you. We're going to recap the weekend series, and we're going to talk about the pitcher epidemic of injuries going on. We call it Brayden Hyena because it started with me back in 2018 when I had Tommy John surgery.
Yes, it did. Absolutely. Remember that vividly. I still picture your scar when I am sleeping at night sometimes. There it is. But yeah, it was an eventful weekend in the world of baseball. We saw a lot of crazy plays, a lot of crazy series. Watched our Giants actually win a series for once, but let's jump right into it.
Hey now, let's do it. Let's start off with some of the key matchups and some standout performances from folks across the league. Going into this weekend, Marlins didn't have a win. Yelich continued his hot streak. Spencer Strider on the Reds, still on fire. He's looking like the best player on that team. You know who we haven't heard about on that team?
Spencer Steer?
Spencer Steer, sorry. Strider's who we're going to talk about later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused. I thought he was traded.
No. No, not traded, but definitely on the injured list. Not officially. But he will be. I'm wrong, Spencer. This Spencer is the best player on his team when, we thought it would be Ellie De La Cruz, and you haven't really heard much about him, right? He's on fire. Tigers are on fire. Who's caught your eye, Chris Blanco?
From a team perspective, I think the Rangers, if you've heard of them.
I've heard of them. I think they won it all last year.
They did win it all last year, but they played their same state rivals, the Astros, and they split the series, which I think is what we're going to see a lot of because they're both pretty equal in terms of ability to this team, but in different ways.
Yes,
I still have the Astros winning the division. The what?
The 4-7 Astros.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's exactly correct. They're still warming up.
Yeah.
But they split the series. They both have crazy power in each lineup. We saw the hitting ability up and down the lineup. They just all know how to hit the baseball. But if we really look at some of the numbers that came out, the Astros, the pitching is just not what we hoped it would be, especially because they have 5 solid starting pitchers all on the IL. So, especially with Framber headed to the IL now, don't you think it's not the best thing in the world?
No. That's definitely not what you want to see if you're an Astros fan. Absolutely not.
You are not.
I don't like the Astros, not because, well, the cheating scandal's part of it. It's a big part of it, but I think they're overrated, overhyped, and you overhyped the shit out of them.
You think?
I do.
That cheating scandal was 7 years ago now.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Framber's hurt. Justin Verlander's still not back. Ryan Presley hasn't found his groove yet. This team is struggling. But
even Josh Hader hasn't been doing well, right?
He hasn't been doing well. Bregman's definitely going to hit free agency next year, you'd have to think, right?
Oh, yeah. I think he wants to test the waters.
But there's a good part about this team, right? Something special might have happened. We can talk about that in a little bit when we get to that part. But let's talk about another team that sucks. Let's talk about our team that sucks. Let's talk about the Giants.
They're bad.
They're
really
bad. This Giants offense leads the major leagues in hard hit rate. Susan Solser tweeted that out the other day. They're second in average exit velo, and they have only the 18th highest strikeout rate, which is pretty good. But they are also 22nd in runs per game. They can't score runs. It seems
they can't score runs.
We went to opening day. We were there.
We were.
They won by the grace of God. I was at the game. What's today? I was at the game yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, for the debut of Blake Snell. Nobody wanted to hit the ball unless you were wearing a Washington Nationals jersey.
They hit the ball everywhere.
8-1 was the final score. They're playing right this second, and it's 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th.
4-3 Nationals.
4-3 Nationals.
But
yes.
I want to kind of look at those stats that you just kind of threw out there. They have some crazy hard hit stuff. Like they're leading the majors in hard hit rate, second in average exit velocity, like you said. They know how to hit the ball hard. You've got Matt Chapman who hits the ball harder than most people. Soler also has all the power in the world. Why can they not score runs? Is it just that the balls aren't getting caught, or are they hitting the ball on the ground? I know Jung Hoo Lee's been hitting the ball on the ground way too much.
Yeah, he's off to a slow start as well. You know, this team right now, Jung Hoo Lee's supposed to be the guy that gets hits. He's hitting 239 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Their best hitter's Michael Conforto at 317, and he's kind of getting into that slump. Mike Yastrzemski can't hit a ball. If it was a beach ball and
Does not know hit the ball
right in front of him, he couldn't hit it.
Nope.
Tyro Estrada's been struggling as well. He's hitting 178. He hit 278 last year with 14 home runs. Not off to a good start. There was a fan yesterday, very close to the Giants dugout, screaming at the top of his lungs, "We want Matos," and everybody else started chanting it.
I agree.
I led the chant. I was that fan close to the dugout.
Well, we do.
We do want Matos. And
I mean, he had a crazy spring.
I'm not really sure what the difference is between Brandon Crawford not being able to hit and Nick Ahmed being able to hit, because they both can't hit.
There's no difference.
So where's Luciano as well? You know what I mean? They can't score runs. When you watch this team hit the ball, it's like they purposely try not to hit the ball. They strike out a lot, most of the time looking, and when they do hit the ball, they either pop up or they hit it on the ground right at somebody.
Right.
And it's very frustrating to watch. And the bullpen, too,
it's not
terrible.
fun. Oh, the bullpen's terrible.
The starting rotation's not good because they don't get any run support. And you don't even have to talk about Camilo Doval because he doesn't even get in the game because there hasn't been
There's
a
no
situation
save opportunities
in which he has to come in and save a ball game.
Nothing. I mean, except for Sunday, he got his first save, and he struck out the side.
Yes.
He looked great, but you're right. Besides that, that was his first save opportunity, which is crazy.
On Friday, he came in the ninth in a tie ball game.
Yes.
Got the win.
And he got the win.
Got the win.
Yeah, he did get the win. Cool. Okay. Anything else you want to add to those awful Giants? They had a good. I mean, they won their series against the Padres. They're 4-3 against the Padres this season, which is crazy to say that they've already played 7 games together.
I know. They are 4-7 so far in the year. At home, they're 3-4, but on the road is where they're real bad. They only have 1 win on the road this year, I believe.
No, they won 2 games in San Diego to open the
2-5. You're right.
series.
You are right, and they have not. I don't think they have 1 win at night. That's what it was. That's where the one is.
There we go.
They're very bad at night.
Yes, they are.
When the lights
and
turn
they're
off,
proving it right now.
When the sun goes down and the lights turn on, they forget how to hit.
Exactly.
And this team was supposed to be good. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they spent the second most out of any team this offseason behind the Dodgers.
You were correct.
Around
but it's not even
million.
close.
Yeah. $700 million sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And they're not good.
No.
Product on the field is not entertaining for fans to watch. The first 3 games of the season at home, they were all sellouts. But the team wasn't exciting to watch at all. And even today, they're losing now. And then it's early. Yeah, I mean, the Pirates are the best team in the major league, so what does that tell you? Who saw that coming?
You're right.
The Red Sox are 7-3.
No one.
Who saw that coming? We had them in last.
Everyone had them in last. So it's early. We'll see what happens. I think this team can turn it around, just like I think that the Red Sox will turn it around in a negative way.
Yeah.
But
How are they
we'll
7-3?
see.
I have no idea. Tigers,
Their
Royals, both
pitching staff has like a
6-4.
1.5 ERA on the whole season.
I mean, Cleveland's 8-2, man. Come on. What's going on?
I could name 3 people on Cleveland, and I think I know a lot about baseball.
And one of them's hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Brother.
that's that.
That's what I've got.
You have any specific players that you want to highlight from the weekend?
Spencer
Or
Steer.
you okay,
No, I'll say my guy Spencer Steer.
that is your guy.
He's on my fantasy team, so naturally my guy. Not to be mistaken with Spencer Strider, because I already made that mistake this episode.
Yeah, people would do that.
So this guy, so far this year,
Wow, he's hitting the ball.
He's hitting the ball well. He leads the league in RBIs at 14. He's batting .378. He's got 3 ding dongs. OPS of 122. Oh, sorry.
12-22.
1222. OPS plus of 255. 225. I can't see. I need to go get my eyes checked. I honestly
You do.
My
225 is crazy. But
OPS plus of 225. Yes.
37 at bats.
2 stolen bases as well. Hello. Strikeout to walk ratio is not terrible. 6 strikeouts to 4 walks. I mean, only 6 strikeouts and 37 at bats. I'll take it.
It's good odd.
I'll take it every day. And this guy is the reason that the Reds are performing better than expected.
Mm-hmm.
For me. I didn't really have them going anywhere. They're 6-4. Same as the Royals, same as the Tigers, same as the World Series champion Rangers. And looking at it now, I know we're talking about players, or we're supposed to be talking about players, but how are the Angels 6-4 and a team that's above 500?
I was kind of wondering.
I'll tell you why. You know who else is standing out? Thank you. The greatest baseball player we've ever seen, and his name's not Shohei Ohtani, okay? His name's Mike Trout, and he is so back, baby.
He is so back. He leads the league in home runs, doesn't he? 5?
Yes. Is he still the best? Is he the best player in the league still? You tell me.
You know, I saw this question on Twitter today. Big debate. If he is still the best player or not.
Do you want my vote?
Most people are saying, I want your vote.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, I figured you'd say that. Because it's either him or Jung-Hoo Lee, and I didn't think you were going to say him. So,
what?
No.
No.
I wouldn't say he's the best player. It depends, because are we going to see him for a full, let's say, 150-game season? Probably not, which means he's probably not the best player, because we have Acuna and we have Soto and Judge and your favorite guy, Tatis, and Bobby Witt Jr. There's some good players right now that are much younger than him, but he's clearly still smashing baseballs. I just wish he had a better team around him. I know you said they're 6-4, which is better than Giants.
Yes.
But there's not really a lot actually going on that team.
Anthony Rendon has actually hit a baseball in fair territory, in play, and he's got on
I saw
base.
that.
I couldn't believe it.
He's actually hit pretty well since they booted.
I believe he has a 4-game
notice
hit
that?
streak, I think, right?
I mean, he might as well start hitting since he's getting paid so much money.
Yes. I know we talk about how Mike Trout hasn't really played that many games, but there's really only been 2 years, and yes, it's a lot of games that he missed. But in 2021, he played in 36 games, so not a lot. And then in 2023, he played in 82. Again, not a lot. But 2022, he played in 119 games, same as he did in 2017.
It's a lot more than he did in 2021 and 23, but 119 is still not really doing it. He also had 40 home runs in 119 games.
Yeah, and in 2017, when he played in 114 games, which is less than the 119, he finished 4th in MVP voting, and he was an All-Star.
Yeah.
186 OPS plus.
He's been an All-Star so many times.
Oh my gosh, let's see. Mike Trout has been an All-Star 11 times.
11 times.
MVP 3 times. He's won the Rookie of the Year, a 9-time Silver Slugger Award, the Major League Player of the Year, a 2-time All-Star Game MVP, and the Wilson Overall Defensive Player of the Year. He never won the Gold Glove because that blue-eyed motherfucker in Tampa Bay always took it from him.
Mm-hmm. Always.
But he's the best player in the league right now, other than Juan Soto.
Okay.
Well,
I can see it.
See, that's where he's the best player in the league, but this season the best player is Juan Soto. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Okay.
Also, Mookie Betts. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh yeah, he's having a good year too. He's having a good year.
Okay. My turn. My standout guy. Someone that a lot of people probably haven't heard of, because I definitely have not heard of him until he did what he did. But it's Ronel Blanco.
Well, your cousin.
My cousin, yes.
Your darker cousin.
Correct.
Can I say that?
Much. I mean, where's he from? He's from the Dominican Republic.
It's a fact.
I am not.
It's a fact.
I'm not.
You're not. You're from Redwood City. No, that's not it.
Something like that. So he's thrown 15 innings. Let me back up. He'd only started 8 games before this season. 7 games, before this season. And he comes into his first game this season, and he threw a no-hitter. and then he backs it up the game after that with another, I believe it was 5 2/3 no-hit innings again, right after throwing a no-hitter, which I believe is the first time that that's happened since like the 60s. But he currently, for the season, has thrown 15 innings, 11 strikeouts, which strikeout numbers could be better. You know, I'm a big strikeout guy.
You are.
But can you guess what his ERA is on the season?
0.
It is 0.
Okay.
He has not given up another run yet. I know it's only 15 innings pitched, but like nobody's heard of this guy before.
No.
Sorry for the people that have. Sorry for Roman Blanco, but I've never heard of him, and I feel like I know a lot about baseball.
Yeah, he signed out of the Dominican at 22 years old, which
is pretty old.
That's old if you're coming out of the Dominican, and most people tell you to just give up, right?
Exactly.
Signed out of the Dominican at 22, made his major league debut last season. He's 30, and he's made baseball history already. So
exactly.
Never give up on your dreams, people. Speaking of having a 0 ERA, I kind of want to, backtrack a little bit. We talked about the Angels. We talked about Mike Trout. A big reason for their success is former Giant Tyler Anderson. This guy's pitched 14 innings this year. He has yet to give up a run.
Tyler Anderson, of all people?
Tyler Anderson, of all people.
The soft-throwing lefty?
Yeah. He's yet to give up a run. 8 strikeouts in 14 innings. 2-0.
I had no idea.
FIP of 2.74. So, should have any.
I had no idea.
But he hasn't given up a run all year. Hit per 9 of 5.1. All-Star year incoming for TA, man.
It's possible. I mean, every team has to have one. Oh, they have Mike Trout. Forgot.
They do have Mike Trout.
But let's see it happen. I mean, good for him. I'm not a big fan of the soft-throwing pitchers.
No.
But if he puts up a good – he hasn't given up a run yet. Let's see what happens. Again, only 2 started so far. If he puts together a full season, you're looking at 32. So he's got a long way to go.
And it'll give you innings, too, on top of that.
That's true.
He'll give you innings. Get ground balls.
He's likely to give you a low 4 ERA, but you take that these days. I'll take that.
Consistently low 4.
Exactly.
And like I said, he goes innings. So there's that
I love
for
it.
You. Anybody else you want to talk about?
Let me take a look at one more guy because I think there is somebody that I kind of want to talk about, and you're not going to like who I say. But
okay, well, while you look for that, why don't I talk about Juan Soto briefly?
Oh, okay.
This guy's mashing the ball. He's hitting .357 this year. He's got an OPS plus 194. Okay? 2 ding-dongs. He leads the league in, plate appearances, games played, 11. He's got 2 doubles on the year. He's slugging .548. This guy's going to be the American League MVP.
Going to be or could be?
Going. He will be. I said that at the beginning of the year. He's going to be there.
Okay.
MVP.
I'm not going to fight you on that. So, he's amazing. He's got the short porch. He's going to do some great things over there. My guy is someone who signed a 12-year deal and still, I remind you, has 6 more seasons on this 12-year deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers. 6 more seasons as their shortstop.
So weird to say.
Mookie Betts already has 1.64 in 48 at-bats this season with a .375 batting average, 5 home runs, and an OPS plus of 248. His career is 139. He's incredible.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible. He was drafted in the 5th round by the Red Sox.
Oh, that's embarrassing. A lot of people Nope, can't do it. A lot of people
You got it.
passed on him. Clearly.
Yeah, he's like an afterthought in the 5th round. Sorry about
him. When you think about it, they're all putting themselves in the head.
He's not a free agent until 2033. How does that make you feel? Wait, I'm sorry, 8 more years. But okay, that was my one guy. I just wanted to bring him up because he's incredible, and I hate him for being on the team that he's on.
Yeah, don't like that. For Giants fans.
But We're Giants fans, exactly.
Yeah, if you're a Dodger fan,
Anyway,
you love it.
you want to move on to the last segment here because it's a pretty important one.
It is important. It's been a troubling trend so far this season. Even last season, we saw it. There's a surge in the league of pitcher injuries. A lot of people, we talked about Twitter and the debates that happen on that wonderful platform. A lot of people think it's because of the pitch clock. What are your thoughts?
I keep going back and forth about what it could be, if it's the pitch clock, if it's about the sticky stuff going away, or is it just completely irrelevant, a major coincidence that all of these people are having elbow problems? I'm not sure. But it seems like it's most likely the pitch clock. I don't know if you heard, but Major League Baseball came out and basically disregarded that and said, nope, it's not the pitch clock. I don't know what you're talking about. And the Players Association did not like that statement. So who knows? It looks like the Players Association is going to look into it and try to do an investigation to see if that is something that's causing it. But who knows what kind of information we're really going to get from these guys? I don't know. But it's sad and it's scary.
It is scary. To me, I think it has to do with a combination of three things. I think it's the pitch clock definitely has an effect on it. I think the sticky stuff and the way that the grips of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The league has been changing the ball since I think it was 2017, 2018 to give an advantage to the hitter if the ball is put in play. The ball goes further, more home runs, the hitting numbers are up. And I think it also has to do with how hard pitchers are trying to throw. I think that obviously it's unnatural. The throwing motion to throw a baseball is very unnatural for our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And when you try to go out there and you try to throw 99 for 100 people don't even make it to the ninth inning. People don't even make it to 100 pitches anymore because you get yanked to prevent injury. So when you try to throw 100 miles an hour for 75 pitches every 5 days, you're going to get hurt. And on top of that, when you grip the ball itself, I don't have a baseball. It's over there, but when you grip the ball, yeah, I have to take that one. When you grip the ball, how much pressure you put comes all the way down to here, and it strains it. And the more you overwork it, the more wear and tear, you get hurt.
Absolutely. Not to mention the fact that throwing a baseball just is not a natural movement for your arm.
Exactly. Now, softball pitchers, it's, you go down under. Never had a softball pitcher get hurt. They pitch every day, every game. Baseball, can't do it.
Nope.
So,
it's sad.
It's sad.
It's scary.
It's a complex issue that requires a lot of careful consideration, proactive measures. A lot of studies need to be had on why this is happening. And the league needs to do something about it. Instead of disregarding that the pitch clock is an issue, maybe they should look into it.
There's clearly something going on. It's not a coincidence that all of these guys are having these issues at the same time.
Yeah, it's spiking.
But the teams need to figure out what it is, or they need to figure out how to prevent it from happening. But I want to read a list of names here that I've got from USA Today on how many people have been hurt recently. Well, starting out with Jacob DeGrom.
Let me stop you right there.
Stop me right there.
If you folks follow the Innings Insights Twitter account, we published a list, so you would know.
We did.
I had that plug right there.
No, I knew it was there. I just haven't pulled it up. You know what? Let me go there. Unless you have it up right now.
I do have it up.
Okay. Well, let's hear the names. I have it now, actually. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Go ahead.
Injuries. So, just in order of what you put here. Garrett Cole.
Yep.
I've heard that it was not a full UCL tear for him, and he didn't get Tommy John surgery, and he should be back relatively soon. But still an elbow problem.
Yeah.
Eduardo Rodriguez. Quick side note: the Nationals are now winning 5-3 in ninth inning.
Yeah,
Jacob DeGrom, Robbie Ray had Tommy John surgery. Shohei had Tommy John surgery. Drew Rasmussen, Sandy Alcantara, Jeffrey Springs, Gavin Williams, Spencer Strider, Lucas Giolito, Shane McClanahan, Shane Paz, Max Scherzer. Keeps going. Lance McCullers Jr., Shane Bieber, Brian Wu, Justin Steele, Nick Lodolo, Kodai Senga, Dustin May, Kyle Bradish, Alex Cobb. My goodness, Brandon Woodruff, Tony Gonsolin, Sonny Gray, Luis Garcia, John Means, and the greatest pitcher of all time, Clayton Kershaw.
And not to add of the folks that have had to have the surgery the last couple of years, like Tyler Glasnow. He's back and healthy. Had 14 strikeouts today.
He did. That was a great game.
But again, it's like, come on, you guys got to do something about this. All those names we just read are not including folks that play in the minor leagues that we don't hear about.
And this list, I don't believe, has Framber Valdez on there, who just went down on the 15th IL.
It doesn't.
So Felix Bautista had Tommy John surgery.
I don't.
The Mountain.
Yeah, we didn't put that either.
So it is never ending.
No.
I mean, Spencer Strider is likely the best pitcher in baseball right now, and he might be going down. I wanted to see a 300 strikeout season from him, and that's obviously not going to happen when he's on the IL.
Correct. You hate to see it.
Absolutely.
Things you really do hate to see. But will the
we
league
really
do anything about it? I doubt it.
Probably not. Rob Manfred just is not the guy.
Nah, he sucks. He's the worst.
He is pretty bad. But only time will tell what happens, because right now it doesn't look like anything's going to be changing. People are going to continue to throw harder and harder and exhaust their arms, and we're going to see a lot less starting pitchers and more 3-inning guys out of the bullpen.
Maybe
Hopefully
the opener, maybe the opener will come back, but since Gabe Kapler's not a manager, I don't think so.
I hated the opener,
so
worst. Let's not do that.
No, let's not. Well, anything else for us, CB?
I think I'm all set. What do you got? Anything?
I think that's a wrap. For today's episode of Innings Insights. Thank you again for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed. We'll be back with another episode Friday to recap the week series. And if you want to stay updated, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. TikTok. We're on TikTok too, man.
We're on TikTok.
Check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Be sure to stay tuned for, more updates, analysis, interviews, anything that's going on in the baseball world. Make sure you're paying attention, listening in. But for now, thanks for joining us.
God bless America, and God bless our troops. Hit it.